What's up, guys? Gold Gaming here, back with a tank versus tank. So today we are going to be comparing the two American medium tanks, the M60 and the M48 Patton. Both of these are really good tanks. They are big, bulky, medium tanks that kind of have a heavy profile but medium armor. They're big, they're bulky, and they've both got huge gun mantlets on the front. So before we go ahead and get in, as you can see, or as we're going to, I'm going to go ahead and run my loadout. So this is the M48. You see I got gun rammer, we've got the enhanced gun lane drive, and of course refined gun, improved modules, enhanced armor. The reason why I'm running enhanced armor and not improved assembly is because the area, well, you'll see an armor inspector. There's a reason. I've got improved optics, of course, engine accelerator, and the consumable delivery system. This is my typical ammunition loadout, more AP. This thing does have really good penetration. It's the second best in medium tanks. The Leopard 1 has the best penetration. Of course, I run the double cola and the improved fuel. Go over to the consumables. This is what I normally run. I have been running adrenaline here and there. I think both replays I'm running the loadout I have now. But I have been using adrenaline here and there. And then, of course, the Patton does have two camos. Well, it has the commander thing and the eagle you can get for attachments. And it does have two camos. It has the pitbull and it has the beast. Both of them look good. I'm not gonna lie. It's just I got the beast at the time. I may get the other one and have them, interchange, but we'll see. Let's go and switch over to the M60. This is my loadout right here. You could go with the gun lane drive, or you could go with supercharged. The show velocity on both these things are relatively slow. I don't remember what the numbers are across the top of my head, but we will see in compared tanks. Refined gun, I've got the improved modules, enhanced armor, toolbox, and then of course these three right here. We're gonna go over here. I actually have a little more heat than I do HE. The typical, double cola and improved fuel, and then here's my loadout. So this is the one I have adrenaline on. Again, you could run first aid kits. And let's get on to compare tanks. Alrighty, here we are on compare tanks. So I do want to go ahead and say the M60, many people will say the M60 and the M48 Patton are pretty much the exact same tank. They are. Wargaming recently buffed both these tanks. The Patton got a accuracy or a better dispersion buff while with turret rotation and on the move. The M46 or the M60 got a armor buff on the upper plate and the gun mantlet, I believe. If we go and look at the actual stats and numbers, you can see across DPM, the M60 has better DPM, it has a better rate of fire, and better reload. They have the exact same gun as well, 105mm gun M68, the exact same thing. The aim time is better on the M60, and the M48 has 9 degrees of gun depression, the M60 has 10. Going down to the mobility, the Patton is a little bit quicker, but the M60 has a better hull traverse. It can turn and get up to speed slightly quicker than the 48. We go ahead and go down to the miscellaneous. We look at the armor. You can see where the buff got. Where the tanks got the buff, the M60 has 185 on the front. We got 187 on the front of the M60's turret. Going down to the hull, M60 got 115, and the Patton has 110. Also slightly better on the sides. The rear, of course, is better on the Patton, which is a surprise. M60 has 25 on the rear. And that about sums this part up. Let's get on to Armor Inspector. Alrighty. First up, we've got the M48. It is of course, being shot by the Leopard, as we usually do in Tier 10. Leopard has the best penetration in Tier 10, so we're going to, of course, do that for medium tanks. Off the bat, you can see a lot of red. Of course, this gun mantlet is the biggest thing. The reason why I run the improved armor is because the area around the gun mantlets is a weak spot. If you have that little bit of extra armor, it increases your chances of bouncing on top of moving that turret back and forth. The other weak spot on the tanks, and this goes for both tanks as well, there is a little bit of a hatch. From what I heard, the M60 and the M48 had these huge cupolas that were really, really bad, and everything went through them. The other thing to note is you do have a little bit of armor on that front plate. Not much. And then, of course, this area down here is all pennable. Also, typical American, you got the rounded front, so you can't get troll balances off the front. And while we're at it, we'll go ahead and switch over to the modules, so we can actually see what the tank looks like on the inside. Of course, you've got the huge engine deck. Basically, if you hit right here with HE on any tank, you're going to damage the engine. You're going to do big damage. Fuel tank is right there, so if you're aiming in this area, if you're able to get an HE shot in, of course, aim for this area, you'll set them on fire. There is an ammo rack right here, and of course, the typical ammo rack in the front, as it is on most American tanks. Of course, if you're aiming at it like this, just hit that drive wheel. You have a good chance of hitting the ammo rack. And then, of course, the other thing is the 9 degrees of gun depression. We go switch back over to the red and green. 9 degrees of gun depression. It does get you some bouncy on the front. The gun mantlet, of course, but you do have these cheeks. So as long as you're moving back and forth up the hill, you're moving your turret back and forth, you'll be able to generate bounces on that gun mantlet. Nothing will get through that gun mantlet. Alrighty, here is the M60. As you can see, it is a very, very similar profile to the M48. You actually have a kind of straight angled front plate, so it's more like you see on like the T62A, where it's the front sloped. So that does increase the chances of getting bounces off the front. If I can grab the gun, there we go. So when you are using the 10 degrees of gun depression that this thing have, you are able to generate those bounces. Of course, this thing does have the cheeks. Cheeks are pennable, and you do have the little bit of a commander's hatch up there as well. Not really going to call it a cupola, but it's just a hatch. The other thing that will troll people out is there is this spotlight on the front. It does no damage at all, no matter which angle you are, and some people will aim for that thinking it's an easy pen, and they'll just hit the top of your gun mantlet or the top of the tank itself. The other thing to note, and this goes for both tanks as well, you can side scrape. I'm going to show that in one replay. Both these tanks are capable of side scraping. Sorry if you want to see those numbers and all that. Of course, let's go and switch over to the modules. Pretty much the same thing. The nice part about this is you do not have that ammo rack up in the front. But there is the driver does sit right here, so if you're aiming right here, your chances are going to hit them. There is an ammo rack right there. If you're able to get through, all you gotta do is pretty much just aim right here, and you've detonated it. Also in the back, on the rear of the turrets, right here, you can hit right there, ammo rack. Same thing with both of them. HE right here, you're going to damage the fuel tank, you're going to damage the engine, you're going to set this thing on fire if you also hit right here as well. All tank destroyers and stuff, if you're able to get through these sides with HE, aim for this area, you're going to do damage. And let's get on to the replays. Alrighty, first up we are on Witcher Malanovka, or Malakanova, however the hell you say it. We've got the Patton up first. This is a good game. It really shows the strengths of the Patton. Well, both of them do, and without exposing too many of the weaknesses. Although this thing it's not like you're not going to be able to hop in this and win every single game. The other thing to note is with the Patton, I'll check the stats and numbers after this, but the view range on the Patton used to be second best. The ST B had the best view range, the Patton was next. So you are what is it? I think it's like 3-something meters. You're able to spot enemies up pretty far in the Patton. So this thing does kind of count as a spotter. That's why you want to run the improved optics. The accuracy, of course, on both these things is not the best. There's going to be a couple of shots where it's like, how did you miss that? That's just the gun itself. Going over hills and stuff with the mobility, it will hold. It will hold steady around 48 kilometers to 30 roughly. Also, that's a good comparison if you're wondering what the tanks look like. Yeah, they are very, very similar when it comes to the design and stuff. Now, as a historical fact, the M60 is the little brother of the Patton. The M60's design was based off the Patton. I don't think it actually became a service tank. I think the Patton was still in use. The M60 was supposed to replace it for logistical reasons. That shot right there, of course, was the one I'm like, that one could have got in, but you can't hit them all. But we are going to keep aiming and take out the Chieftain for our first kill. We are going to pull up right here, try to see if we get a shot onto the IS-4. We do miss that shot as well. I'm like, how? But we are going to, of course, pull back. Do miss that shot, and we get lucky there. We missed. You do when you're looking over hills and stuff, you want to be moving that turret when you're hull down, because it makes it harder for them to pen. Get a nice shot onto the E100 over there. The M60 does get hit, but we are going to pull right here and keep this IS-4 occupied for a little bit. He's shot, so we don't have to worry about him right now. We are going to pull right here, and this is where I said you can side scrape. The sides on both these tanks are relatively are nice. You are able to side scrape with this. I believe we get another bounce right here. No, we don't. We don't get a bounce, but we do put a shot into the IS-4. The mobility, it is decent. It's nothing to be proud of. It's not like the Leo. We are able to circle tanks. I don't recommend it. But if you're going up against a heavy and they don't really know what they're doing, you are able to circle them. We do get lucky here and track him again, but unfortunately we aren't able to get through, so we go ahead and pull back before he has a chance to shoot. I'm going to put a shot into him, get nice and close, get that gun mallet in his face, and bounce another shot. As I said, you are able to bounce on the gun mallets. One more shot, we go ahead and load up the heat just to guarantee the pen and put one through. We are going to turn around on the spots as the E100 just shoots the M60 behind us. I got a little unlucky there. He repaired his tracks right after I shot. We are going to put a shot right there, and we're going to side hub. We do take a shot from, what was that? I didn't see which tank that was. But we do bounce the E100, and then we do get taken out by the M48 Patton. Another thing I forgot to note is the M48 Patton is, in a sense, like an E50M. You can ram in this thing and do big damage. It's the rammer of the Americans. Unfortunately, we did lose this battle. Like I said, you can't win them all. We did 4K damage, made 10,000 credits with the 2 kills. We're going to go over to the team. We were top of the leaderboard by a little under 2,000. Alrighty, next up we've got the M60. We are on Falls Creek, and if I'm not mistaken, this should have been the first battle I've had in the M60. Now to go ahead and let you know, as I said, like I said I was going to do, the base view range on both these tanks is 285. If you add the double cokes and the improved optics, you can get the view range up to 313 for both the tanks. So you are able to, spot enemies at very, very far distances. The Vickers Light has 325 view range, so it has the best view range in the game. I don't remember the STB off the top of my head. You do go ahead and get a shot onto the Progetto, and as you can see, the hull traverse rate is very, very nice on the M60. The same armor, pretty much the same armor profile. It's just got the slight buff. You can side scrape, and there are the weak cheeks. We got the Progetto. We're going to go ahead and push onto the Progetto as our what tank was that? As our T-54 is pushing onto him. I'm going to give him a little bit of a love tap. We take 58. We do 400 into him. We do 12 to him. Take none. And we do get a shot into him. As I said, you are able to ram in both the tanks. They are it's almost as if they were made to do it. They're big, they're fat, and they have some armor for ramming. That's another reason why I run the defense system, I believe it is. That's the one that gives you less damage from ramming. So we are going to play this kind of safe, and we are going to move around as keeping our distance so we don't get spotted, and kind of stay into the bushes. The camera rating is not the best. Of course, if you are behind a bush at this kind of distance, you're not going to get spotted. We do get a shot onto the FE, or the 183, aiming for track shots, keep him in place, so hopefully the team can do some damage. And we unfortunately ghost shell that. And but we are going to make it up, I believe, right there. And he has no idea where we are, and that is what we want. Looking for more shots, of course. I am staying behind the bush. Some of you will say this is camping, but it's not. I pulled all the way around the map, and I have the enemies in a crossfire. Of course, looking for shots as there are none. I do blind shot that area. I am going to pull back, and I do believe I start to progress forward. Maybe. I played this a long time ago. Let me see. So the FE was just now respotted. We are going to try to see if we get some shots. He is my main priority. Big damage can do big damage. Big gun can do big damage. My bad. Go ahead and hit that engine booster. We are going to come over here. Thankfully, Death Star he is looking at us, and we get lucky and bounce it off the side. As I said, you can side scrape in this thing. Results may vary, but you can bounce the 183 off your tracks. All that's left now is this Yag Tiger, the T30, the Emil, and the E100. We are going to hit his gun mantlets. And if you look up at the top, we are getting close on cap. We're at 870. And we are going to switch to heat, put one into the cheek, and we are going to bounce. I believe that was on the gun mantlet. The T30 is coming up. We do take a shot. He was aiming for the hatch. And we are going to pull back down again. Trying to see if we get a shot. Beta shot. We do beta shot, and we dunk that one into the ground. But we don't have to worry as cap is about to go off right there. Unfortunately, we missed that shot. I turned at the wrong moment, but we do bounce the T30. He was firing heat, or Pramo. This was a third class. We did 2.5k damage. We lost 12,000 credits with our 2 kills. Going to go over the team. We were third from the top. Our Death Star and E100 did a very good job. Alright, we got the M48 Patton again. The M48 Beast. We are on app install. I don't remember this battle too much. I did this quite a while ago as well. Let's see. So we are going to, of course, take the typical route, towards A. There is a position on this map you can take that the Patton does benefit from. You can provide support over to where B cap is, which is up here. There's actually 2. There's the one right by the windmill. There's the hill over there. But you do have to worry about getting shot from B. We are able to get hull down, and then there's this position right here. If you side scrape off the side of this building, you are able to bounce shots from any tanks that are coming over the hill, like the T-22 and the FE, the FE 4202, which is like gun depression. We're going to come down. We are going to ram him for 1100, or for 111, and his ammo rack is going to get detonated. The lull of my life. And I got myself into a nice little spot, stuck into this spot. This is me turning the camera right now. I don't even know how I got stuck in this spot, but it wouldn't let me back up and it wouldn't let me turn. But I eventually get myself free, and we can continue on our path of destruction. We got the E100 who is calling for help. So far, we are up one, but I believe that is about to change here soon. We've got we're going to go ahead and run over to towards B cap. We got the FE4202 up here. We're going to come around and hit him in the butt with HE 477 and bring him down to 70 HP, and we're going to love tap him for the kill. As I said, you can ram and not take too much damage. We got the 704 over there. We do take a shot, but we put a shot into him, and then he is gone. So far, it is 5-0. We're going to pull around here. We're going to get a shot into the back of the meal 2 and pull back and use this 704 for cover. We are going to get another shot in. He's going to focus the grill because that's what you do. And we are going to all focus fire him and take him out in a matter of seconds. All that's left now is this lonely old IS-7. We do get a lucky shot there. The dispersion was on our side. And as you see, I'm trying my best to dodge and weave so we don't take another shot. But at this point, it doesn't really matter because, well, he is gone. And if I made it around, I probably could have caught his turrets. Not too exciting. We did 2.7k damage, made 26,000 credits with the 1 kill. Do go over to the leaderboard. We were third from the top. The grill and the AMX did a good job. Alrighty, and last but not least, we've got the M60 again. We are on Desert Sands, and this battle I did before the last battle we watched, so I don't really remember this one too much as well. All I know is I have it saved in my favorites, so yeah, let's roll. We've got the Chieftain who is saying to go to town. We're going to do what we normally do in a medium tank, is go the medium route. We do have a dominant medium team. Me in the Patton, me in this M60, and then we got the Leopard. We are going to try to poke over the ridge, see if we can get any shots. First up on the hit list is going to be this T92 E1. Our Leopard is in a very, very bad position, as he has no armor, and we get a very troll shot on the 92. Our 92 is going on a little bit of a YOLO run, so we're going to try to support him by missing that shot. I dunked that shot into the ground, and we're going to ram the 92 for 142, and then put a 494 shot into him. Missed that shot into the ground on the STB. A little bit of lag issues right there. We are going to pull forward and, well, focus fire the SCP as he can do absolutely nothing. All that's left now on this flank is the heavy tanks that are going through our spawn. We got the Chieftain over there and the Tiger 2, who is unfortunately in a tier 10 battle. It is 2-0, so we got the advantage. T92 shows his excellent driving skills. We're going to pull down and get a shot into the rear of the M60 or the Chieftain Mach 6, and I believe we're going to hit him and then ram him for an additional like 300 or something. Load up that HE, put a 437 roll in, and take him out. All that's left is the STI or ST1, however you want to say it. We get a shot to the side of the turret of the Tiger 2. We're going to pull forward so we don't get shot. He is aiming at us. We're going to put a track shot into him and take him out. And going to go on, finish our path of destruction with the ST1 or STI, who is full HP. Get a troll shot onto him, bounce. We are going to dodge him. This grill really should get back, as he is going to get HE'd, but he is focusing on us, which does benefit. A little bit of lag in between that shot. We only do track damage. Unfortunately, didn't track him in place. We are going to pull around and get another troll shot onto him. This poor grill is being bullied. We get another shot onto the STI, and the Chieftain Mach 6 was taken out on the enemy team. We're going to get another shot in, set him on fire for 5 6, and we'll take him out for our second kill. This was a little bit more of an exciting battle. It was a second class, and we also did 4.2 thousand damage, made 22,000 credits. I'm going to go over the team. We were top of the leaderboard by a little over 1,000. Alrighty, so the winner of this tank versus tank is going to be the M60. It has slightly better armor, better dispersion, better accuracy, better reload. It is all around a decent tank. So in the future, I'm going to be doing another tank review, or another tank versus tank. It's going to be the M60 versus the T62A, who was the winner of the last one. The winner of that one is going to go up against the, I think it was the Vickers Cruiser in the light tank run. So be looking out for that. And that brings me on to the next section. If you want to send me M60 replays, T62A replays, and Vickers Light replays, you can use the information down in the description. That will, get you to the points where you can send me those, as I will be asking for them. You can use the Discord information down, the Discord link, to get into my server, and you can post replays in the respective channel. I also got my Discord information. If you want to send me a friend request and DM me replays, you can do that too. And of course, I've got the email down there. You can use the email me replays. All of them work. All of them are foolproof, and it's a great way to feature on the channel. So if you guys have the M60 and you've watched up to this point, let me know down in the comment section what you think of it, and if I should have chosen the M48 Patton. And if you guys want me to, after I do the T62A versus the M60, I may do a M48 Patton versus the T22, which was the second runner-up for the tank versus tank, the first one I did, which I will link down in the description if you did miss that. And that about sums this video up, and until next time, we'll see you on the battlefield.